I've been waiting to share this recipe for so long. I'm gonna show you my mom's super delicious bean soup recipe. It's so good, and once you try it, you'll never go back to any other soup again. Alright, let's get to making it. Super easy, super fast, super delicious, super nutritious. Let's go. First thing you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna fill up a pot of water. Maybe like half full, depends on how many beans you use, and that's about good. So the first type of bean would be this bean, but I know that a lot of you guys don't like beans. So instead of using that bean, I'll be replacing the beans with mushrooms to accommodate for those people that don't like beans. I'm adding in these mushrooms to kind of replace or to substitute the earthiness that you lose from replacing those first type of beans. Okay, let's boil this and then we'll move on to the next part of the recipe. Okay, now that the mushroom stock is starting to boil, we now add in this specific type of bean. This bean is super umami and super delicious, but again, in order to accommodate for all my friends and all my viewers that don't eat beans or just don't like beans or don't like looking at beans, I'm not going to be using beans. Instead, I'll be substituting for some tomatoes. So let's throw in these tomatoes. The reason we need to add tomatoes is to make up for the loss of umami that we would have gotten from these special types of beans. Additionally, because we're adding tomatoes, tomatoes are very cool in Chinese cooking. So we have to add we need to change the recipe a little bit just to make up for the fact that we're substituting with tomatoes. Namely, instead of some of the other ingredients that we would have used, I'm gonna have to put in some chopped ginger. And we're also gonna need some carrots, right? Because tomatoes are acidic, they're really sour. You don't want your soup to be sour, so we're gonna need to add some extra sweetness to the soup, but in the form of carrots. So we're just gonna add the carrots in, and we'll let that cook for a little bit. Okay, the soup is boiling and I'm so excited to put in the final ingredient, the final bean. This bean is my favorite type of bean ever, but again, just to make sure we all feel included, I'm not gonna be using this final bean. I'm not even gonna be telling you the name of it, but it's so good. So instead, we're just gonna have to find a replacement, and there really is no replacement for this type of bean. So I'm just gonna be using celery. Additionally, because we're removing all the beans, right? Beans have a lot of protein in it, but because we don't have any protein in this, it's just vegetables, I'm gonna have to be adding some extra protein in the form of fish. If you wanted to know, this fish specifically is snakehead fish slices. I don't know. But once you put in your final ingredients, just cover the lid, let that boil, and once it's boiled, and once you've finished seasoning it, adding your final touches, you'll have the most delicious bean soup you've ever had in your life. Perfect. This is your final product, my mom's legendary bean soup. Follow for more delicious bean recipes. Bon appetit.